Yeah. This is a podcast of Nathan, Nat and Sean.
Let's go.
Hi, everybody.
G'day.
On the show today, well, Nathan's a generous person, but it turns out that got him into a little bit of trouble.
I did.
Some really
I
funny
know.
stories.
I feel bad for you for being a good person.
Thank you so much. Sean tells us about a full-on fight at Santa Maria College. a full-on
battle for the ages.
Brawl.
It was true. We also talk about disappointing work perks.
Of disappearing.
Yep.
Disappearing.
And disappointing because they disappeared. Yes, indeed.
Why aren't we all in the car right now driving to the goldfields?
That's a good
That's a
point.
great question.
We should be.
And you'll hear a masterclass in how to put on a radio voice.
With your father, Brian.
No, with my father, Brian Morris.
This is Nathan, Nat and Sean.
Okay, I've got a tale to tell.
Settle in.
On Saturday, I went to the supermarket, to my local Coles in Inglewood.
Looking good so far.
Yep. I parked just outside of the chicken treat and then ran over to the chemist side. That's a very good
Important
car
detail.
park, actually.
When
It
you
is.
went to park, how long had you been circling around the car park?
No, I didn't.
You didn't.
circle
He
it.
went straight there.
I went
He's a
straight
seasoned
in, saw a car
campaigner.
park
That's
there,
Morris
went-
like.
No, it just went like, that's my spot. Parked it, went in there. There was a lady.
Jeez,
that
the
was
apple
standing.
doesn't fall far from the tree, does it?
there was a lady standing just outside with the trolley of the chemist, in which she sort of stood in front of me and said, "Excuse me, do you have any change?" And I was just on the phone to Johnny, so I had my phone in my hand, and I said, "No, sorry, I don't actually carry money. I pay using my phone."
Yep.
In which she then sprung into action and said, "Can you buy me something to eat?"
Okay.
Which I have done many a time.
Yeah,
it
that's
happens
right.
to a lot of people out there. Sometimes you go, that's a bit annoying, and other times you can help people. So
No,
you just
that's
go
right.
with it.
And also, like, you know where the money's going, you know that they need food, you're fulfilling that need. Done.
Yeah. So I said to her, "Oh, not a drama. What can I get you?" And then she said to me, "Prawns."
What do you mean?
But to be fair, she was outside a chicken treat. Like, maybe she just was sick of chicken.
Prawns? And she goes, "Prawns." I went, "Prawns."
She wanted a seafood banquet.
Prawns. And I went,
No Thousand Island dressing, just prawns.
And I just went, and then we went to and fro with the word prawns for a while there until she realised that I wasn't grasping the concept of what she wanted.
Of prawns.
So then she put prawns to bed. She
Okay.
goes, "Oh, no, don't worry about the prawns." She goes, "I'd like a sandwich." And I went, "Do they have sandwiches in there?" Because I've never
No,
even looked for
I know they
sandwiches.
have
I didn't know
bread,
they
and
did.
I know they have things to put
So
in
they do.
sandwiches.
They have
Are
ready-made
they so ready to go
sandwiches.
sandwiches?
Yeah. So
Good to
then
know.
she said, "Yes, I'd like a chicken and mayo sandwich."
Okay.
And I went, "Okay, no
Easy.
worries." And she goes, "And a bottle of Coke." And
Yes.
I went, "Okay, done." And she goes, "No, wait there, wait." I said, "Yes." And she goes, "I'll have 2 chicken and mayo sandwiches and a bottle of Coke." And I
You're
went,
pushing it.
"Okay, 2." And she goes, No, sorry, wait." And I went, "Yeah." And she goes, I'll have a chicken and mayo sandwich, a ham and cheese sandwich, and a bottle of Coke."
Got to cover all the food groups, Nathan.
Oh, are you kidding?
So I was like, "Okay." And I was just a bit flabbergasted by the order.
So you walked in the girls. You didn't know that they had that.
Her
stuff
lunch was
on
better than
board.
my lunch. I'm joking. So I went in there and then I got her a stuff. By the way, chicken and mayo sandwich, $4.50. Ham and cheese sandwich, $5.50.
Ooh.
Discuss.
Chicken and mayo should be more expensive than ham and cheese. Although
Yeah, we think.
is cheese expensive?
Oh, cheese is not a dollar more
Jarlsberg? Was it
expensive.
Jarlsberg?
No,
No,
Sean,
it would have
I
been
did
your
not
cheddar.
peel the cheese open, but it didn't look too good.
Yeah. I would imagine, that seems curious. You would think
Don't you
instinctively
think?
that
And
chicken
even-
is more expensive
And even
than
just
ham and
looking
cheese.
at the sandwiches,
Sure,
Natalie, it looked
sure.
like there was way more on offer with the chicken.
Another question. We've all been into Coles.
Yeah,
When
yeah.
are these sandwiches? I've never seen
So,
pre-made sandwiches.
In Coles Ingle, you walk in and then there's sort of near the pre-made salads and stuff.
Pre-made
And
salads.
there was
right.
like a whole wall of them. And they're way better sandwiches on offer. There was a bacon one anyway. I digress. So I brought her food.
Couple of sandwiches and a bottle of Coke.
Yeah, a couple of sandwiches, bottle of Coke. It was about like $13 or something like that.
Good on you, mate.
And then I walked outside to give it to her because this is the thing. I couldn't have dodged her anyway because she was right in front of my car.
No, you do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
You're doing something really nice.
Doing something nice. So as I've walked back to my car, I see her standing there with a trolley and I said, "Oh, here, mate, here's your lunch." And then she turned around and you know what she was doing? She was eating from a bag of prawns.
So you weren't the first person.
Now I know what prawns she was asking for because they
sell them by the bag.
So you know the chicken that when you buy a hot chook from Coles or Woolies, and it's got the handle on there. It's that, but it's pre-cooked prawns, and she was just like bloody wrist deep in prawns.
She would have had 2 bags of prawns if you'd bought her the prawn. Like, that's a lot of prawns.
So I wonder if somebody came afterwards, she explained to them prawns, they knew the prawns.
And they just bolted and got the prawns and came out.
And then they bolted in and got the prawns. Yeah, exactly. And I was in there a little bit longer. But she was having a banquet
of prawns. A prawn day out.
She ate better than me.
Harry, have you got a price on the prawns? You're on Coles at the moment.
How much are the prawns?
Working on it. A few different. There's a bag of cooked prawns.
Bag of cooked prawns.
Yeah, $11.60.
So it would have been cheaper, Nathan.
Yeah, that was it. That was a bag of cooked prawns.
Yeah, 300 grams.
Oh, no. Yeah, it was blue like that, but that's Woolworths.
That's
so
It had a handle.
But yes, I know it had a handle. Sorry, I can't see. No, it had a handle.
Oh, so I was nowhere near anything.
Yeah.
What you were up to.
Okay,
Yeah, no.
Anyway, that's quite a demand. You went and did all this great stuff for her, came out, and she's already got the prawns.
Unbelievable. But also, I
Didn't
just
you
thought...
have to buy somebody burnt fig ice cream once?
The same spot, the same shopping centre. There's a person that said, oh, excuse me, can you buy me something to eat? And I said, no worries, what would you like? And they said, Maggie beer, burnt fig, honeycomb and caramel ice cream. And also, can you get me some spoons?
I mean, delicious.
Very classy bunch
Delicious,
around
but very
Inglewood.
specific.
No, you have the home brand vanilla. That's all you're getting. If you're going to go that up.
I said, does Maggie beer do that flavour? Yeah, it's delicious.
Yes, it is.
Can you make demands like that? Can you?
Apparently you can. It's time to stop putting off your trips and start celebrating summer with an amazing getaway.
Whatif.com has all kinds of accommodation options all around Oz.
Check them out on the What If app.
What if it's Aussie for travel?
We're discussing when you do a good deed for somebody, but then they get a little bit demanding about it.
Yeah. Let's go to Brendan in Lou. Hey, Bren.
Hey, how are you, mate?
Yeah,
Good,
good. So what happened?
Well, I was moving one day and I had all my groceries actually in the car, and I have a tuna, chickpeas and red kidney beans and so forth. I get to the lights and he goes, you got any food? And I went, yeah, I have. So I pulled behind, looked at my shopping bag and I go, here's some tuna. And he goes, I don't like tuna. And he goes, you got any chicken? And I said, no, I got chicken. I got red kidney beans, I got chickpeas or tuna. What do you want? I don't want any. Well, you either want it or you don't.
That's so I don't want any. I mean, he asked me for food. What do you mean?
He was really dissatisfied with your selection.
No hot chicken.
I mean, Brendan, lift your game.
Yeah, so what happened, Brent?
He took the tuna, but I was worried that he was going to throw the tin in my car. So ever since that day, I now actually have canned food actually in my car to give to the homeless at the stoplight.
That's actually really
Brent.
lovely,
And
Brendan.
what selection do you have on offer today?
Some beetroot.
I have Eagle chickpeas. That's all I've got in the car today.
Oh, Brent, you know what? Look, what you're doing is wonderful. Maybe a can of mince and spaghetti.
Yeah, that's
you know what I mean?
right.
Spaghetti
Yeah,
and
some
meatballs.
meatballs.
So how they
Some baked beans. The ring pull ones.
I did give baked beans
Oh,
once.
you can eat them cold, yeah.
What was that? What was Brent?
I did give baked beans once. He says I can't eat them cold.
Well, there we go. That answered my question. And I get it. And I get it.
Do they expect you to drive around with a microwave in your car as well so you can warm food up?
I think you should always have a can of baked beans heated on your engine,
Yeah,
Brendan.
that's right.
Every
Come on,
morning.
Brendan, lift your
Canned
game.
spaghetti and baked beans have
Yeah,
gone
that
through
is
the
so
roof,
funny.
by the way, lately.
You're a good man, Brendan. Tara, hello.
Hello, good morning. How are you
Tara.
going?
Tara, what have you got?
good.
What have you got for us?
Look, I think I must have sucker on my forehead at times because one day I was at the petrol station just, minding my own business, getting my petrol, and this man came up to me and said, oh, do you mind putting some petrol in my car? Didn't speak very good English. I couldn't really understand what he was saying.
Yeah.
I said, yeah, sure, that's fine. $10 okay? Yeah, that's fine. Went in with him, and
that's
the next
sweet.
thing he goes, oh, can I have a pie? Can I have a coffee? Can I have a Coke? I just was flabbergasted. I was like, yeah, sure, yeah.
You just had to go with that, Tara.
And then he's like, also,
go with it.
it's 2 for $6 if we buy 2.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
then-
Well, that's right. I was just committed, and I was just like, And even now my daughter's like, do not help people, Mum. Stop helping people.
But you know what, though?
Tara.
I always think, Tara, and like, because I've got friends that say, Nathan, you're too, you're too, what do they call, like, kind-hearted or generous or whatever. And I go, yeah. And they said, you're an easy target. But I went, but imagine your day that you're out doing that, you have to do that, or you feel like that's the only way.
Imagine the low point where you've got to ask a stranger.
And I always
for
put
something.
myself in their scenario and go, well, that must be a terrible thing to ask. And I know that I get targeted like that.
So you know that you would ask for burnt fig ice cream specifically? Or?
No, see, that's when, and I just want to make sure everyone knows, that's when it becomes funny.
Yeah, like that. Oh, can you put some petrol in my car?
Exactly. I know a pie over this. I'll have a cornetto.
Maybe like a cherry ripe if one's going.
That's when it becomes funny.
The Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Here's some more stories from great people who were very generous but might have been taken advantage of. Kathy, hello.
Hi, how are you going?
Good, Kathy.
Did anybody take advantage of your very good nature, Kathy?
Oh, yes. So, our story is, I'm trying to find a place to pull over so you can hear me a bit better. I was living in England at the time and due to get married, and my partner at the time invited his best friend to be his best man.
Yep.
Now, the wedding was going to be in Australia. Fair dues, it's a bit of a distance. So we thought, no worries. However, best friend, best man, demanded business class tickets on a particular flight, staying at a particular hotel in Perth.
What?
Wait,
That's outrageous.
So he said, in order for me to come to your wedding, this is how it's going to happen. You're going to get me business class tickets and I'm going to stay at this, I'm guessing, luxury hotel.
Yes, it was the Crown.
And so
This is
It's even better than what we were flying. We're doing economy.
Of course.
So you didn't.
You didn't front up with that, did you?
No,
Kathy?
you said you're
Hell
flying
no.
economy.
If-
Yes.
If anyone is going business, it's going to be me.
Yes. No,
Oh
good.
my
That's
God.
the right
But then
answer.
again, I do understand the best man should get the best seat
You know.
and the best room at the best hotel. He's the best
It's
man.
in the title.
Or else just call him the average man and get him an average seat.
I imagine having the front to do that.
So he end up coming to the wedding?
Forgot to mention he wanted that for his partner as well. So it was
it was
two
two.
tickets for everything.
Oh my God!
Two tickets.
So did they?
No, thank
did they
you.
end up coming for the wedding? Sorry,
No, they didn't because we couldn't afford their tickets.
Yeah.
mate. Of course you couldn't.
Well, you had a
afford
wedding
it.
That's
Well,
okay.
that's on you, Kathy.
Oh, Kathy, that was
Disappointing.
Thanks,
Best
Kathy.
man. Let's go to
ridiculous.
Claire and Yokine. Hi, Claire.
Hello.
Hi, Claire.
mate.
What have you got for us, Claire?
So I was in Northridge one day and I seen a gentleman and he asked me if I could get like a Think Six subway because we were just at the front. I was like, oh, yeah, sure, why not?
Yeah, good.
And then as soon as we got in there, he completely changed his order and ended up getting a foot long with double meat. And then he got 2 extra sauces, 2 cookies, a quesadilla.
A quesadilla. Sorry, wait there. A quesadilla as well.
A quesadilla as well. I was like, are you joking?
Yeah. What else?
And a bottle of Coke.
Cool. Got to
600 mil.
So from
600 mil, no
6
doubt.
inch to a foot long.
To a double
yeah.
meat.
Double meat.
to a banquet
Couple
meal.
of sauces.
Couple of sauces.
2 cookies.
2 cookies.
And a quesadilla.
That is the best
Yeah,
bait
and
and
a
switch
600
I've
mil
ever
bottle of
heard.
Coke.
So,
Claire, you're a good
and this is
person.
the thing, as we heard with the fuel and what
Yeah.
happened with me with the sandwiches, once you're engaged in
yes,
that
it's give an
conversation,
inch, take a
there's
mile.
no coming back.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, no, that's right. You can't go, oh, no.
There's no coming back
to
in
a
the
6 inch
situation.
salad.
You're in it. You're in it now.
Yeah.
We're in this now.
That's it. You're in deep.
Nathan, Nat and Sean.
One place you don't want to work at the moment, Twitter.
Jeez, it's going through some stuff, isn't it?
Can I
God, he
just
sacked
say-
so many people, Elon Musk.
Elon
See ya.
Musk, he, whatever he touches usually turns to gold. I would
This
like
is
to
not-
see. I would like to see his. I don't know. There's just something in me that I'd like to see his downfall with this.
Well, he's in trouble
It's-
financially. It
yeah.
could cost him. So they're talking about that it's going to cost him $100 million in interest a month.
Yeah.
Because of the loans he took
No
out to buy that.
advertisers are advertising with him
Yes.
at the moment, so they've usually locked in their advertising for the year. No one's advertising
Everyone's
because they
backed
don't know
away.
what's going to happen, and that's a huge thing of their
People
revenue.
are leaving
Yeah,
in droves.
well, he said,
Users
well,
are leaving in droves.
Okay, I guess they're putting drawing a line in the sand that they don't back what he stands for and how he's got rid of so many people and all these statements he's been making.
The verification thing where you can pay $8 a month to be verified is backfired spectacularly with people just putting up these hilarious accounts and
Yeah.
changing their names and being verified. Because if you can buy verification, then that means you can
Yeah.
you can be anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. You
Yeah.
don't have to prove who you are or anything. And so it's Twitter is now. I mean, it's now a hilarious dumpster fire,
Yes,
basically.
because
As
there
a-
were
interesting
somebody that
place,
uses
yeah.
it regularly. It's extraordinary to watch.
There were rules put in place as well, so you have to be socially conscious and not, be able to attack people and do, racial vilification, all that
Yep.
sort of stuff. He's sort of the road he wants to go down is
He's saying free
Free
speech,
speech.
but unless
Let
you
anyone
speak
say
out
what they want.
against him, there's a lot
Exactly,
of accounts that
like
speak
Kathy
out.
Griffin found
Speak
out.
out against him are being cut down.
Yeah.
but
So anyway, I'd really
free
like
speech is all
to.
good
if
until
you're going to
somebody
buy something, then
Yeah.
why not?
until
Have
somebody
your
says
own rules.
something nasty about you.
I'd
yeah.
really like to see this go belly up for him, to be honest, and then just see what happens if someone ruins Twitter. If someone breaks Twitter. Like, you've heard people saying they break the internet.
Yes.
What if one man destroys Twitter and
Twitter,
Twitter doesn't become a thing anymore?
and you do it cost him $44 billion.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money.
His staff, we touched on that for a second. He's wiped out all of his staff,
Yeah.
over half of the workforce. Even some of them were asked to come back because he just went on a firing spree and
Yeah,
then didn't
without
realise he
realising
needed
what
some
people
people
do.
that needed to, do the things that they had planned. Some people found out by turning their laptops off and it was blank, and that's how they found out that they...
Were
So
fired.
his treatment of people has been
yeah.
really disgusting,
Yeah.
and now he has gone a step too far, because he has said that the company will no longer be providing a free lunch for their workers.
Whoa,
First of all,
man.
he's decimated the workforce and now he's not going to feed them.
Yeah.
There's other places like Google and stuff a few years
Yeah.
ago, they put all that stuff on.
Yeah.
So, a former employee who claims she quit Twitter because of Musk challenge, because of Musk, has spoke out because he said that no one really has lunch there. He said, and he gave some figures out, and she said, "This is a lie. I ran this program up until a week ago when I resigned because I didn't want to work for Elon Musk. For breakfast and lunch, we spent $20 to $25 a day per person. This enables employees to work through lunchtime and meetings. Attendance was anything from 20 to 50% in the offices," she tweeted, and he said there was hardly anyone there. But he's enforcing people have to come back to work now anyway. So he's making people come to work. Not
The people
providing
that are
lunch,
left-
but yet they have to work double as hard because there's hardly anyone there, and they'll have to keep working through meetings.
On an empty stomach. Or bring a lunch from home.
No, I don't do well on an empty stomach. I'm
No,
gonna be
that's true.
absolutely
Yeah.
ripping through
It's
the
hard,
walls.
it's hard to keep you on a meeting at the best
It's
of
just,
times.
you know what?
You can't.
Isn't it amazing that the heyday of Twitter was probably 6 months ago for all these people, and then the new
100%.
employees are going to be saying, "Oh, you know what? We used to get lunch provided.
get
How good
lunch,
was
yeah.
that?"
How good's that? Well, that happened to me when I started with you guys, because before I started here, there was all these conversations about you guys getting taken away on
Yeah. Oh,
we
jaunts.
got everything.
Yeah, right.
Charlie,
They take flown to
we-
Broome.
Broome.
we
for
got-
down south
we
just
got
to see a
everything.
sizzle wheel.
We did.
Reel.
Yeah.
That was
extraordinary.
that was a 10-minute sizzle reel.
Yeah.
10 minutes of
And a
viewing,
weekend
we
in
got
Broome.
a weekend in Broome for that.
Yeah. And then I turned up.
And
Yep.
then it's like everything
it down.
dried up overnight.
That was it.
We used to get I remember an Australian Idol was coming and they sent us a karaoke machine. each.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or
And
if
now they'll send us a Snickers bar between 5 of us.
Yeah, when a Jamie Oliver TV show was premiering, we get a whole lot of Jamie Oliver cookware, like frying, beautiful
Cookware.
frying pans
All of
and
it.
everything.
Yeah.
The whole thing.
Yeah. No, nothing.
Now we get
No,
nothing,
nothing.
literally nothing.
Yeah. But at least we lived
We
through
did
the world
know.
of work perks.
We did get a Love Island drink bottle each the other week.
We
Let's
did.
not
We did.
let's be honest.
But Nath, is it worse to be able to live? I think it's worse to live through it, because you lived through it.
Oh,
And then
Yeah.
everything's
Sean,
taken away.
I would
like these people
rather,
at Twitter.
yes, to not have ever known it. No,
That's
actually,
right.
to be honest, though, no, I didn't mind living through it because because you haven't.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean?
It's better to have loved and
yes,
lost.
yeah. So, usually I'd say I wouldn't want to experience it, but knowing that you just got here and you didn't get any of it, I like bringing
That's
it up
funny,
because it
yeah.
gets you enraged.
You're listening to Nathan, Nat and Sean.
We are talking about those work perks that have disappeared, inspired by since Elon Musk took over. Well, first of all, half the Twitter workforce gone, but now no more free lunch either. They've got to buy their
This
lunch.
is where he's saving his money. Get rid of the workforce and save on lunches.
And
Boo, that's a
lunch,
boo.
come
that's
on.
just driving
That was
people
a
away.
Really quick boo, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
It was.
Dee's in Molly. Hi, Dee.
Hi, how you going?
Good
Hi,
Dee.
good Dee.
Natalie and I lived through work perks. Sean
Yes.
didn't get any. We love it.
Me too.
What about you?
So I worked for a really big company that actually, back in the day, because I'm that old, had Ansett, which was
Yes.
Clayton's office. So we used to get flights to various work
areas, all over the world. One of the perks was we were able to get our frequent flyer points from Ansett, which was terrific. And so I had this fantastic trip booked to the US, and I had everything organised. It was going to cost me nothing, just my frequent flyer points. And then Ansett went down, and so we lost them all.
Dee, I was a part of that. I had
Really
so
sad.
many frequent flights.
Oh, that's who you flew with. Yeah,
all the
right.
time.
And then you lost all of them?
Yeah, I
Is
lost
there
them.
anything in your life you haven't lost?
The one thing that always gets me through about the whole Ansett crash is my mate Hornet, who bought a lifetime membership to the Golden Wings Lounge, which is
And how much was that at the
and
day?
it was like a
back
couple
in the day?
$1,000
Yeah.
or whatever back in the day. And I'm like,
But
really?
lifetime
You
ended up
actually
being
fronted
3
up with that?
weeks
He goes,
worth.
oh, yeah, we're flying all the time. So
You know
why
what,
not?
though?
And guess what? It crashed like a week later.
And if you buy a lifetime, you should still have access to that room. I mean, nothing's in it, but you should still be able to go and sit down in that room.
With your drink. Thanks,
Oh,
Dee.
Dee, that
Feel
sucks.
for you. Daniel, hello.
Hello.
Hey, Dan.
Daniel, talk to us about disappearing work perks.
So a long time ago, I used to work in a call centre for a government business, and obviously 9 till 5. About 3:30, a lady with a trolley full of beers, wine, spirits used to come around the office and deliver you a drink to your desk about 3:30, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and you still will.
Booze lady?
Just a beer?
Yeah.
How good's that?
A booze lady?
In a government job. That's extraordinary,
That's
isn't it?
amazing. Oh,
a
my
beer,
God.
some
So
salted nuts.
you would just say, oh, yeah, I'll have a beer, or would she mix drinks, or what was it?
Don't know if you could mix drinks. I just grabbed a beer, but talked to someone about their bill, and sitting there having a cold one.
So when did the booze broad, when did her time end?
It was about 2 years before I started, or a year before I started, so
Damn
about
it.
2010 roughly.
So now it's
The
just
booze broad.
myth
I
and
like
legend.
It's a legend now.
That's so disappointing.
Imagine how exciting would it be if your workplace every day for the bro. Oh my God, the booze broad's coming.
Yeah.
The booze broad's coming.
Because, I mean,
Mr.
a
Whip.
government call centre is not the most fun place to work, I imagine.
not at all.
But add alcohol, much better.
Oh.
I mean, you can't drive home ever, but it's great.
Mate, so good. Thank
Thanks,
you.
Dan. Claire, hello.
Hello.
Hi, Claire.
Hello, Claire. What have you got for us?
Well, I'm a nurse, and when I first started nursing years and years ago, we used to get 15 minutes for a tea break, and the hospital supplied the biscuits as well.
Oh,
hey!
And then all the little packet of family favourites. But so then with all the pay negotiations, our tea break got reduced to 7 minutes. From
7
15.
minutes.
You can barely boil
But
the
can I
kettle
just
in that
say,
time.
why is it so specific?
I know,
7
7.
minutes.
Yeah.
Going,
And
should it be
no
8 or 6? No, 7's a good one.
Yes, that's it. So 7 minutes and no biscuit. And then in the latest round of offers that the government have offered, they've offered to increase our tea break from 7 minutes to 10 minutes. So 3 minutes. They want us to not strike for 3 minutes.
Have they reinstated
What
the
about the
biscuits?
biscuit
Hold out for the
situation?
biscuits.
No biscuits, no biscuits.
No, I'm
Okay,
saying
no,
you should
no.
hold out for it.
Actually, I believe that's happening today, Claire, isn't it?
Yeah.
About 400 staff.
Yes.
So
saying no.
10, they're giving you 3 extra minutes and still
Three
no biscuit.
minutes. That was their offer yesterday. That
Okay,
was
so
the
say if they went,
biggest
okay,
deal.
you know what, we're going to grease the wheels a bit, 3 minutes and a Tim Tam.
Yeah.
Would that even be okay?
One Tim Tam.
Would you do it for a Tim Tam?
No, two. Okay, I
Yeah,
want to say
don't
two.
talk about nurses and Tim Tams. Like, I've
don't-
some desperate action over Tim Tams.
Yeah, so I'd say we're going to give you an extra 3 minutes. Say 10-minute tea break, 2 Tim Tams, Sean.
What about a packet of Scotch fingers?
Oh.
For per nurse.
They do not
Per
need
nurse.
two
Per nurse.
Tim Tams.
Per nurse.
Hey Claire, if say one of our loved ones was in hospital and we were visiting frequently and we brought in packets of biscuits, would that buy them extra care?
I do, just quietly, I do tip all my friends and relatives that they're in hospital, have like a packet of the favourites chocolates or
Yes.
the chocolates that are in the wrapper, because we like things in the wrapper,
Yes.
we like things clean, and if you're going to put it in your pocket to eat later.
Yes,
Gotcha.
yes.
And that does, because nurses because we
Sweetens the
don't get
deal.
proper breaks. So, when we get a little bit hypoglycemic, we go,
Snap
Just
one
got
of
this in
those.
my pocket.
Just pull a little bit of a bicky out of me pocket.
Cadbury's favourites, everybody. Maybe a lazy
Cool
lint
bill.
ball if you don't mind. All right, noted.
Nathan, Nat and Sean in podcast form.
I mentioned before I went to a school event last night. It was at my daughter's school.
Yes.
And what it was the battle of, I guess, theatre arts. So every faction at the school...
A theatre arts fight. Yeah. God, imagine how dramatic that'd be. Oh, you've hit me.
every faction at the school had representation from every year group, 2 people from every year group.
Yes.
And then they had like a battle off. So, yellow
like a mime
team.
off.
Yeah, yellow team got to go first. They had to write a little short play.
Right.
And, whether it had some singing or dancing, or a lot of them had robbery themes to them.
Robbery.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
that's
just stealing themes or something along those
Like,
lines.
what do you mean?
Like
there
a
seemed to be
heist.
a heist. Yeah.
Okay,
that's what it was.
Had they all
the
just
2
watched
people would
Ocean's
pretend
11?
to do would do
Well, there
a
was 2
scene
people
from a
from each
heist.
year group, no. So there was a good 8 or so people trying to get involved in every 5-minute to, 7 or 8 minute skit. So it
Okay.
was like boom, 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 going off against each other, one after the other, until it came to the end where a couple of teachers voted. And you can
On
see
who
that
won.
they had to give.
So was Sunny
feedback.
performing?
She was performing, yeah.
Oh, great.
Yeah. She had a lot of lines
What was
to
her,
do.
what was she?
Oh,
what was
she
her
was
scene?
she was at a museum or something where the artist had made some kind of sculpture.
Yes.
And she was talking to another girl about how she can afford to get a Apple iPhone 14 Pro.
Okay.
Because
Very
they cost a lot
specific.
of money.
Yes.
And then she found out, she asked the teacher or the artist, what's that worth? And they said, I don't know, $3,000. And
Yeah.
then she came back and
Oh, she
stole
nicked it.
Oh, so would they maybe given a theme of heists?
It seemed like it. Yeah, might have been a lot of heists
Because
involved
just
there.
randomly everyone to be doing heist plays.
Seems very specific.
A little bit
There was
weird.
a lot of people getting tied up and put masking tape on their mouths. and
Because
wheeled
otherwise,
away.
that's a real indication of what our youth are thinking.
Yeah, that's right.
I was thinking of you, Nathan, because a lot of people were doing accents along the way.
Oh.
Were they? How were they?
Well,
Were they
were
as
crossovers the whole
convincing as
time.
Nathan?
They were crossovers the whole time. There was one that did a really good French accent, but everyone else was like, "Oh, what is that from?"
What is that meant to be?
So where's yours from?
I know what your viewing algorithm's like, and I'm pretty sure this show would never have made it onto your Netflix must-watch
No, but
list.
it's like theatre, but they made it competitive so that Sean could be interested because it's like
How was it?
sport, isn't it? Because at least
Yes.
there's a winner at
Hey,
the
Sean,
end.
how was it?
If I didn't look at my clock, only because I didn't
Your clock?
take one.
Your clock.
My
What
watch.
do you- what do you-
Walking around with a grandfather
Do
clock.
you take the wall clock off with you when you leave for an event? By the way, does anyone have a wall clock anymore?
Not at my house.
When I first moved into my apartment, I bought a brand new Country Road wall clock.
I had a Country
for like,
Road
yeah,
wall
for like
clock too.
$140, whatever, and
Yeah.
it's still in the box, never been used.
Of course it has.
Yeah,
you
no,
don't,
no,
use,
no,
it.
why would
you
I-
don't use anything,
I know,
Nathan.
but I was like, why would I even put a clock up? And I just got one because I thought our place needs a clock. You do have a clock at your house?
Yeah, we do above the fridge.
You've got a wall clock.
You've got space above
Oh,
you. I've
just,
got a cupboard
just
above
more
my
so
fridge.
for the
I've got a
arse.
cupboard above my
Yeah,
fridge
that's what's
too.
Yeah.
that's what's holding me back.
That's right.
getting back to it.
You've got above the fridge money, don't you?
Above
We can
the
just have a
fridge.
void. Anyway.
Mate,
We
come
need
on,
the
money
storage.
bags. Money bags. Oh, my Lord.
Yeah, so anyway, get
Anyway, I
back
was
to it.
counting down
did
every
the-
minute.
Did, she,
Okay,
yeah.
did Sunny win? Did Sunny win?
No, they didn't even place, actually, but she was concerned that she put on an effort that wasn't recognised by many.
Oh, it's disappointing.
You should break into the school.
Well,
Where was that held?
Santa Maria.
There you go.
This is a podcast of Nathan, Nat and Sean.
We're going to talk about the AFL umpiring a bit later on,
Okay.
and the significance with the
Juicy.
Brownlow medal. I mean, the first thing I just think of, how silly are these people? Anyway, we'll get on to that because we'll all have an opinion on that later. Starting off with cricket to get Nathan right into the mood of things. So Australia playing a 3-match one-day series against England. Starts on Thursday in Adelaide. And
I mean,
no
now's
one
the-
gives a rat's
Now's the
ass,
time to
including
strike,
the
though,
players.
because England, they'll be hungover still.
Yeah, but the Australians
After
don't
their
care
big win.
either.
No.
And the
Well, one-day
Australian
cricket's
public don't
dead,
care.
essentially.
So why are they
isn't
doing
it?
it then?
Another
Making up the
money
numbers.
opportunity.
But if no one cares,
TV
well, that-
rights.
No.
So you're going to get money from the
Bloody
TV,
TV
obviously
rights.
coming from the UK and of Australia, and I don't know. I'm tipping there might be about 30,000 people turn up to this match, which is still coin.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about it. But the hunger for it at the moment doesn't seem like it's there.
No, we've just come off the dizzy highs of a World Cup T20. So,
but okay.
do you know what I mean? Like, have a break.
Now,
Have a break.
with the dizzying heights of the T20 World Cup, did anyone really care too much about Australia, how they were going in the whole
Oh,
thing?
not so much. I'm just talking about the tournament as a whole, and even from England's point of view. Like,
So T20 is quick cricket, right?
Yes, it is
okay.
quick cricket.
This one day is
medium.
cricket, and then we've got long
Test
cricket.
series.
Yeah.
Yeah. So people care about quick cricket and long cricket. Yeah.
Yeah, I think people
Yes.
aren't caring about the medium cricket, which
Medium
used to be the
cricket.
short cricket, which everyone
used to
enjoyed.
be.
The
I
short
mean, I
cricket,
know I
but now
don't
it's
care about
short
long
time.
cricket.
Yeah.
No,
If I had to
absolutely.
see cricket, it'd be T20. Is
Yeah.
there something shorter? Is there T10?
Yes, there is.
Just one over
Yes,
each.
there is.
Okay,
There
really?
is. Over in the UK, they've started T10. So everyone gets 10 overs to come out and just wield the willow.
What about T2? I mean, I love,
love
I love buying my
T2?
Melbourne breakfast from there, and I wouldn't mind that being my cricket too.
2 overs each, go for it.
So the thing about the Australian cricket team at the moment, no one really cares too much about them. Like I follow the WA team.
We've fallen out of love with them, is that
Falling
what
out
you
of
say?
love. Now, put them in the same basket at the moment, I feel, is the Wallabies, who used to be the big ticket item around
I see what
Australia.
you're saying.
Even though that if the Wallabies played here against New Zealand and
Yeah,
any
it'd
other
still go.
team, it'd be a full house. But I don't think anyone really cares too much at the moment.
To follow
of those
what they're
two
doing,
teams.
when they're
No.
playing overseas or
And
whatever.
we lost to Italy on the weekend, which we'd never lost to before. So, two massive brands in our nation's sporting
Yeah.
identity.
Are on the
and,
nose.
yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for
I
your
don't
input,
even
Nathan.
know what sport were you talking about then?
Rugby.
Okay. Sorry, I missed that at the start, so I was just trying to... Then I got Wallabies, and I was like, oh, yeah. They're cute.
I just think there's a couple of teams like that. They're really
Well-
falling through the cracks. The only other thing that's going to, and the other one's soccer in Australia, but with the World Cup, which starts next week, they will be front of house of soccer.
Yes, and also if we want a team to jump on, the Matildas beat Sweden for the first time in years. 4-0.
They're going for 4 games in a row now.
Sweden are number 2 in the world. That was
Yeah.
an amazing game.
Yeah, Sam Kerr on scoring
Yep.
sheet again, and we're playing Thailand tonight, actually, in Sydney. But there's a couple of those codes that are really struggling
Yep.
at the moment to force their way into the Australian hearts. Like, who knows if the Perth Glory are even playing? You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
absolutely.
No one gives two
There's
rats
no-
about
there's
it.
no
They've got
vibe.
to start
But
lifting.
Perth Glory don't promote, do they? You never hear what's happening.
Yeah, it's a good... Oh, yeah, I don't know.
I don't even know
I don't
where
why,
they
though.
play at the moment. Because wasn't there some issue about their home ground?
Well, they've moved down to Fremantle. They're playing. They train. Their facilities
they- where do they
at the
play?
Dockers, the old Dockers place.
The last time
Yeah.
I knew that they were at around the
Yeah,
corner
yeah.
from
Is
my
that
place.
Yeah,
just
they were.
because it was already purple? Is that...
Exactly. We save a
It was
heck
either
of a painting.
going to be that or a few closed down Jesters stores.
Maybe it's an old TAB.
So I really think it's on these codes to be able to get themselves
lift.
up and really promote themselves in a way that we start getting enthusiastic about them.
Sean has spoken.
Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Can we just talk about what's happening in the goldfields at the moment? Because
Oh.
it is unbelievable the
The
amount
luck.
of lotto wins that are happening in that area.
Yeah.
This is Bolton News Agency has claimed its 4th division winning ticket this year.
Division
on
1 winning
Saturday.
ticket, yeah.
It sold one of 6 tickets nationwide that snared the lucky winner more than $890,000.
I mean, at this point, if there's anybody in Kalgoorlie who hasn't won lotto, you're going to feel really left out. You know what I mean?
The same store sold a $53 million Powerball ticket.
Yep, to those ladies. Yep.
Yeah. So, and that was for the part of the $160 million
Oh,
jackpot.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that
right.
was just the other, that was just the other week. Yeah.
And there was
That
the
was
one.
the other minor. Then they first struck gold this year when they sold a ticket to a $1 million ticket to a hard-working local person. And then we've also got the person in Campbelda that won Set for Life.
Yep.
Thanks, Mum.
So
Mum's in the background just talking.
being in Kalgoorlie at the moment, you get the chance to win lotto. So all this cash
Yes.
is coming
Yeah.
away, and you're digging up
Yeah.
gold.
You're
left, right,
making
and centre.
money.
And then you've got the $63 million pay off your mortgage syndicate.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
one.
Remember
Yep.
that ended
Yep.
up in court?
Yeah.
Yep.
Are you serious?
That is unbelievable.
Why did you leave? Is that the question?
I know I left. But why didn't
It's a
this
long
stuff
way to-
happen when we were there?
It's a long way to go to buy a ticket.
My favourite thing is, this was a Perth The Now article, and down in the comments, Aaron O goes, there are tens of thousands of lotto outlets in Australia, one particular outlet striking Division 1 so many times a year. Sounds fishy. Oh, you can't rig lotto. You can't rig lotto.
You can't rig lotto. Well, you can rig the Brownlow medal at one
Sounds
stage. who
Sounds
knows?
fishy.
Yep. We're on to you, Kalgoorlie.
Anything to say, Mum, or...?
The Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Well, umpire Michael Pell's in all sorts of trouble at the moment. He's been investigated
Allegedly.
by the Sports Integrity Unit, Australian Sports Integrity Unit, and of course the police at this point in time, Victorian Police, on letting information out regarding the Brownlow medal voting for some friends or associates that then went and put bets on.
Yeah,
And I've just and
so all of the information.
No, just particular
Just one round,
things.
a couple of rounds.
A couple of rounds that he allegedly officiated in because he had knowledge of what was going on then, so he could say, "Hey, Nath, by the way, Paddy Cripps got 3-2. Got 3 votes here, so someone can go 3 votes for that game."
So say if it's a few rounds that he's being alleged that this happened for, can that help in betting on something when you don't have all of them?
So you can spot bet, say, I'm going to bet that Patrick Cripps gets 3 votes in round 7, is what they were doing. Allegedly.
I think straight away, he's a young umpire that's just been in the game. And he umpired 20-odd games this year, and it's his first full season in. And you just think, okay, I don't know if his ego got the better of him to telling people.
We don't know if he did it yet or not.
Allegedly. But in these circumstances, people who get carried away with their
See, I think personally,
knowledge, they just like to tell people because that makes them feel good.
You usually never step foot wrong when you're new at something, and then after a while you get bitter and twisted, and that's when you start.
Or you're a bit complacent,
You know what I mean? Like, so it's strange that someone that is fresh to the system would do something dodgy right at the start.
And Nathan, bear in mind they've trained all their life, and it's a real
so it's the pinnacle of their field.
Yes, so usually,
it's a real shame. We'll get to the bottom of this very shortly.
Sometimes people do things just because they want to be friends with people. Do you know what I
Maybe
mean? Like it's about
peer pressure,
connection, or that's right, or trying to impress somebody, or that kind of thing.
No, certainly.
I don't know. We don't know what the motivation is.
I've got to say to those guys who put on the bets, you've got to be better. Like, really? I mean...
Got to better your bets,
You've got to be better. You've got to spread your things around. Because one betting agency was the one who came up and said, hang on a second, there's something fishy going on here, and alerted the cops, and they investigated.
Oh, you're right. If you're going to cheat, do it well.
You've got to do it well. And it brings me back to my
it's more than one app, right, Sean?
One year, my human bile test, like, we had the multiple choice answers. And some of my mates, they went for like 19 out of 20 or 20 out of 20. And it was just too suspicious. You can't do that, you idiot.
No, that's right. Because your teacher knows what a moron you are.
Yeah. Exactly.
And so go for 14 out of 20 rather than 19 out of 20.
I went for 16.
No one believes that, Sean.
I remember in geography, I wrote several pages worth of notes on an eraser.
There you go.
I had such small handwriting. It was amazing. And no one ever thought that you could fit anything in an eraser. I just pulled the sleeve back.
That's a Simpsons episode, isn't it?
No, I don't know.
Where Bart writes something on his ruler, and then actually the writing down of it becomes how he learnt it.
Oh, no, well, I didn't. The writing down of it didn't make me learn it.
Because he went to so much trouble to write it down to cheat.
And mine was on an eraser.
Hey, that's a really good time to bring this up because exams start this week. So well done, Nathan, bring that into the arena.
Anything I can do to help.
That'll help for sure. So anyway...
Apologies for rubbers now being banned.
They have open book tests all the time these days.
Yeah.
You can take in the whole thing.
My favourite thing was, and they used to do that. They'd give you the question or whatever at school, and then they go, okay, now we're going to be doing an open book exam basically. So then you get the question, you come back in, and what you do is you'd write it the night before with all your notes and everything like that, and then you just bring in a group of papers and you just shuffle everything, and the essay would be in there already written. And you just write your friends a note. Hey, Sean, what are you doing at lunch?
There you go. Another example, guys. When you're starting this week, thank you. This week and next week.
But you know what? Do the work, kids. Because you should. Because you're only going to cheat yourself at the end.
Oh, well played.
Have a look at ya.
I got into uni.
There you go, everybody.
He could draw good.
Mine was for drawing.
Come
on, I'm not hurting anyone.
Hey, can I just say the AFL have declared that has nothing to do with the Brownlow medal, will always be held at the highest level and will always have the greatest security and everything.
So the result wasn't affected by it.
It's not affected.
No, that's right. Paddy Cripps, a very deserving winner.
This is Nathan, Nat and Sean.
Hello, I'm Harry, Nathan Nat and Sean's panel operator or button pusher. I also put the podcast together. And today, the guys thought they'd throw in some of Brian Morris, who was Nathan's dad, doing his radio voice. Whenever he comes in here in the studio, talks on air, he engages radio voice. And he's been involved in a game this week called Brian's Blitz and Bargain, where you can score $1,000, by the way, so get involved in that. But when they were setting that up, he thought he'd get into a bit of radio voice. Here it is.
Yes, it's that one magical time of the year when Starlene takes a back seat and Brian Morris steps into the spotlight.
She is literally sitting behind Dad right now.
Brian,
Good morning.
You've
Good morning.
been blitzing all the bargains at Watertown Brand Outlet.
I enjoyed it
Oh,
too. It's
you love a
beautiful.
bargain.
Oh, listen to him. He has his radio voice on.
I thought I had Karen up shopping centre, but
What is with this voice?
I'm not doing this. Is my voice.
No, it's not
Well,
your
what do you
voice.
want
You
me to
don't
do? That's
speak
not my
like
voice.
this, Dad.
That is not my voice.
Oh my God, it's
There's
radio
a
voice.
little twang of radio voice there,
Oh,
Brian.
Somewhere in the middle of this family feud, we're going to give someone $1,000 to go nuts on the sales themselves.
Yeah, and all you've got to do is guess Brian's Blitzen bargains. We know he's very good at this.
That's
Yes.
right. You can ask him any yes or no question. If the answer is yes, ask another. If it's no, you are out. Dad doesn't really know if it's yes or no answer on most
we
of them.
may have to help
but
him.
I can promise he'll be speaking like this.
Oh.
Speak normally.
I am.
You were.
That's better.
How you going, mate?
That's more like it. Now we're talking.
Oh my God.
All right, first person to correctly identify today's Blitzen bargain
hello.
will score $1,000.
Brian.
Oh my God.
We need people to
Loving this.
play.
Here we are. Sorry, 13, 24, 10. I'm getting caught up in this. Is great.
those
Caller
darts.
12 we'll start with. We'll work our way through now.
Been call at 12.
All right.
Nathan, Nat and Sean is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au.